I wanted to ask you, so what's the time frame that we're expecting on this? You know, is it being organized fairly quickly? I know that you've got all of the international lawyers and the scientists, the people that you've had by your side the whole time. They're ready to go, and the
Yeah.
people on the ground, believe me, are ready to go. We all want justice. So what can we expect here?
The time frame is roughly that in August or right after the end of August, we will be able to go forward. Right now, there are some people who are trying to unite the most important factions. You can't expect to unite the entire Maori people, but if you get the most important factions to come to the table, and that's the only thing we're asking for. Not now, neither Dexter or I or any of the other attorneys or any of the scientists are in it for the money. We're all going to do this just as we've done everything else up until now for free. So that's not an issue. But what we do need is the platform ready. So we need the support of the people, not just the Maori, but of everyone else in that country, or if possible, as many as possible. That's what gives the whole thing legitimacy. And we think that by August, by the end of August, we'll be ready to go.
Well, you certainly have my support, Dr. Fuellmich. I'm sure that all of the people that watch this, and right now, if you are watching this, send it to everyone so that they know that there is a plan to move forward with this, and the whole world needs to back this motion. Okay, so we're thinking by August or right after the end of August. You're right about uniting the factions, and here's my sort of commentary to those factions and anyone that's able to influence them. You know, you're dealing with a globalist death cult that wants you and the other factions, regardless of what your agreements or disagreements are, they want you dead. And when you are facing a common enemy, nothing else really matters other than making sure that common enemy is eliminated. Then later, and when I say eliminated, I'm not calling for violence here. I'll just clarify that for ASIO. I'm saying eliminated the right way through the justice system. So once you've dealt with the enemy and stopped that immediate threat in front of you, then you can work out your differences later. But for goodness sake, there needs to be unity to defeat the common enemy.
That's the most important thing to understand. This is not just about egos or power. That's probably the cause of some of the infighting that we're seeing, not just in New Zealand amongst the Maori, it's everywhere.
Everywhere.
That, however, is a result of Mr. Global's divide and conquer strategy. So if people only understand that this is truly about life and death, if people understand that it's better to help us, the international attorneys and the scientists and all the others who are going to support this. There's many people from all over the world who are going to support this. If people understand that it's more important to help us do that than it is to help them bury their children, because that will be the consequences if nothing is done, then they will be able to come to the table and let this thing go forward. That's the only thing we're asking for. We're not asking for money. We're just asking to be able to present our evidence, and then they can rule on it. They can rule on it.
Absolutely. I think that this is some of the best news that we've heard to date, Dr. Fuellmich. It really is. I have a lot of hope in you.